It is now my pleasure to introduce Professor Susan Kholeif. Professor Kholeif from Egypt, long curriculum. In this moment, she is Director Operation of SDG4Med for the North African countries, but she is also part of the United Nations Ocean Decade, and she will address us under this heading. Susan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Marco. Good morning or good for all. It's a great pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you so much for your kind invitation from the responsible for organizing this event. And I would like also to express my special thanks to the all people who contributed in one way and another to launch this event. Actually, and I don't know if lucky or not lucky to present my talk after what you listened of that challenge. But today I will explore something related to our ocean, global pictures, and put this part of the photo inside the global pictures briefly. And to say that what's the solution, what's the answer of your questions, what's the progress, what's the future, and let you know also say to you something briefly about the UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development and why we do know what will offer us and how can LIFE4MEDECA best benefit from the decade. I don't know how can. Yeah. I see. No, not one. I don't know. Yeah. Yes, I press also. Yes, also. Yes, okay, thank you. I think we all now know the how can offer our ocean offer us the life. And I will briefly say 4 or 5 price list of our ocean. Our ocean is contributed for global market by about 3 trillion euro per year and contributed by about 5% of our global GDP, and also mitigate our climate, provide us with 50% of the oxygen and absorb 50% more than the atmosphere from carbon dioxide. And more than I wanted to say more, yeah, this is very important benefits from ocean to people, to society is provide about 4 billion people depend on the ocean of their primary protein all over the world, and ocean provide 200 million jobs only for fisher sectors for these people. And we care about the society, not only for emission and gas and health. We should take care of their feeding or their poverty. But there is a big concern about the pollution. You listen to pollution by gases, but don't forget that there is a big concern of the pollution by chemical, agriculture, and plastic. Plastic pollution is increasing in our ocean in alarming level, despite the effort done by our organization. For example, by European Commission, who declared at 2018 biggest strategy for recycling of pollution all over the Europe. Despite that, still something information ignored about the plastic. Still the situation the same. Still pollution. And what shall we do now? I will say to you, but the recent report of the ocean said that if the plastic increased than the limit today, there will be 1 ton of plastic equal to 3 tons of fish. At 2013, 2015, there will be changed to plastic ocean, no fish. Plastic rather than fish, as you see. And also, don't forget the very important issue of over-exploitation by biodiversity, by climate change. You listen to many climate change hazards now, today in the morning sessions. And also today our topic, NOx, SOx, CO2 emission expected to increase 70 to 80%. And then 2015, and extend. The very important issue is extend to 400 meters offshore. This means they would destroy coastal area. This is a big issue. And I wouldn't say there is no effort done as the last decade or briefed. There is big effort done by European Commission, European Union, by United Nations. I will say, for example, United Nations at 2015, all the world met and around the shared and simple agenda of 17 sustainable development goals with 250 targets. And we can say that if you see in this figure, the achievement is so little. Some say that there is no progress in some sustainable development. And some others say that is a little progress. Why? I will see you in my slide. Yeah. Also, this effort done by many countries to harness the huge potential of the ocean, most of countries or organizations raised to sit and implement the blue economy or blue growth agenda to ask for to find prosperity for their community and justice for other community, for poor people. What? Where my slide? Disappear. Yes, okay. And now we are here as a bottleneck, exactly. Despite all effort done as a bottleneck. And what shall we do now? The United Nations General Assembly called for ocean science to provide knowledge and to find some way for this deterioration. It proclaimed the next 10 years for UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, to find knowledge, to close the gap, and to apply transitional approach, not normal, transitional approach to find solution for this deterioration. I will explain simply, briefly, what is UN Decade of Ocean Science. UN Decade of Ocean Science, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I can see the UN Decade of Ocean Science give us from ocean we have, future we have, to future we want through cycle. Yeah. This one? Okay. Ocean we have, or future we have, to future we want. Through comprehensive integrated implementation plan for next 10 years. In brief, what shall this plan we do? Provide knowledge and data, deploy innovation tool and the transformative approach, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary approach, to provide policymaker with the solution, with the full pictures. And why now the whole day speak about the decision is shortage, the decision is not effective, because until the moment there is not integrated sustainable decision making for our future. We ask it for integrated, but the policy maker cannot do that, because they need emerging knowledge and data to build on the decision. You indicate ocean science will provide that, and it care with all person or community and leave no one behind. This decade will take the world along the dynamic paths for implementation of sustainable development for transition solution of our toward the blue and green future. Sorry, no. And work with everyone, work with every society, with scientific policy, private, NGO, UN partner, and work also with a less developed country, a small island, all person. World is part of UN Decade of Ocean Science, and it's not a start from scratch. It's built on the previous effort done by all organizations. It's a very important issue to save money, to save time, and to be targeted to the solution. And this outcome, what we need, and what we will arrive to this clean ocean where zero pollution and healthier resilient ocean for where can ecosystem understood and predicted ocean society, and you can easily know what is the ocean, and safe ocean for everyone, and sustainable productive ocean to provide fish for people, and transparent accessible ocean. Now, and this is challenge quickly. I don't go to explain this challenge because you can find in the oceandecade.com. But I will explain something very important. The very important issue of Ocean Decade is the capacity developed, which is represent the main umbrella of Ocean Decade. And the Ocean Decade will harness the collaboration to promote a blue economy and improve the life to all, particularly developed country, less developed country, and a small island. The Ocean Decade will contribute to achieving global aspiration contained in all decades: biodiversity, climate change, all. And also build the scientific capacity as a key area of concern, especially and improve infrastructure. Now, LIFE4MEDECA. I don't want to say more. You listen more about the impact of gases, and I think the main idea or the main objectives of Ocean4MEDECA is to stimulate consensus of the EU and non-EU countries for designating the Mediterranean as free emission area. And what you need. You can't start this now, because usually you can't manage what you ignored. You should know everything about this area to put in your plan. So the LIFE4MEDECA should invest in transitional science, transformative science, innovation technology, and the capacity development done by UN Decade, and is open for all. And how can LIFE4MEDECA benefit? I suggest Decade. I highlight some point of Decade and then said my recommendation. Decade plan open transformative possibility of knowledge and action, build interdisciplinary capacity approach. What you need? That LIFE4MEDECA is need to know, need data, need emerging knowledge to build on these decisions. And the decade will address both deep disciplinary understanding of the ocean, which is a very important process to build policy decision. This knowledge will support societal sectors and as reducing pressure of the ocean or preserving, restoring ocean and so on. LIFE4MEDECA should turn the scientific knowledge and understanding into effective action, supporting achieving SAM and objectives. So this is our action done by SDG format. We already started this action. We already planned with Mario, this one. We already will submit as a current call of you indicate ocean science. Something we build a center in the developing country for awarenesses and education of gases emission, to educate people, to make awarenesses. If you wanted to make quickly or to get in force of country, you should say that why and what's the result, how can benefit from this area by simple language. So I close my talk with this quote for Nelson Mandela, because I came from Africa, black continent. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, which is not by war or by anything, only by education. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Kholeif. Thanks a lot.